This is a review of the Emotiva Airmotiv T1 Plus tower speaker. A couple of weeks ago I did its little brother, the B1 Plus, and I was blown away by that little speaker. And I'll link to that review directly below. But today it's about a tower speaker. It's the price is right. It's $699 a pair. It's a three-way. You don't see too many three-ways for that kind of money. So I'm pretty excited about it, and it really sounds good. Little detour though. I just want to tell you guys, I'm thinking about, in the early stages of planning this out, of letting you guys do a review of some part of your system, like your speakers or your turntable or something. And you could be a reviewer for a day. So I'm just thinking about it, and we'll see how that goes. But watch this space. And when you say, where is it? Well, just keep watching it, and eventually I'll make the announcement. Probably in a couple of weeks I'll give you more details about what I have in mind, because there's going to be some guidelines as to what the review consists of, right? But it'll be your opinion of the product. And since you own it, it'll probably be a positive opinion. But in any case, let's move forward with my review. Right, today is my turn. I'm going to be the reviewer of the day. And this speaker, the T1 Plus, is based on the original T1 that came out, I think, in 2017, and I reviewed it for CNET. Emotiva is not saying there's any gigantic changes to the speaker, the old one to the current one, other than minor changes in the crossover. And I loved that speaker. I really did. But that one I did at the CNET office. This one I did at home. And I paired it with the Denon PMA 600 NE stereo integrated amp that I reviewed here not that long ago, and I will link to that directly below. And that one is $399. So the pairing of the two is around $1,100. And it is a very impressive combination. So if you're just getting into this and you want to get a nice system with some significant capabilities, and you don't have a lot of money to spend, and you could squeeze out $1,100, this one might be the one. So details about the speaker are as follows. It has a folded ribbon tweeter, which is pretty much all Emotiva speakers have this type of tweeter, may even be identical. And they've been using this tweeter for long before the original T1. I've seen it on their desktop speakers forever. It's a great tweeter, very clean, very clear. But as I said, this is a three-way. The T1 Plus is a three-way speaker. So it's got a folded ribbon tweeter that's 32 millimeters tall. So the mid-range driver is a 5¼ inch woven fiber, whatever that means, mid-range with a phase plug, and a 6-inch woven fiber woofers. It's a ported speaker. The port is in the back. And I know you guys get weird about where the port is, but I would say any tower speaker with two 6-inch woofers is going to make a lot of bass. So it ain't going to sound great jammed up against a wall or in a corner, whether the port's in the front or the port's in the rear. This one, the port's in the rear. So think about giving it at least 6 inches clearance from the wall behind it. A foot or 2 or 3 would be even better. Trust me on that. Space is the final frontier. If you want a speaker like this to sound good, you can't have it, right up against the wall. Anyway, moving right along, it has by-wire speaker connectors in the back. And I used Nordis speaker cables, by-wire Nordis speaker cables, single speaker wire, and then by-wire. I definitely felt the by-wire was just better overall. Not gigantically, but if you can afford to get by-wire cables, or you have two sets of wire, which is the same thing, yeah, go for the by-wire if you can. This is an all-black speaker. It's very black. And the front panel, though, is has a sculptured look. It's painted with, I think, multiple coats of satin black lacquer. But the speaker itself is mostly covered with black vinyl, like textured vinyl. It's not trying to look like wood, and it doesn't. It looks like black vinyl. So it's not exactly a luxurious looking speaker. It's a speaker that's all about making great sound for the money. It's not going to impress your neighbors with beautiful cabinetry or anything like that. Though I will say the cabinet feels well put together, feels solid for a $699 a pair speaker. Oh, I forgot to mention the B1 Plus, the bookshelf I reviewed, is $229 a pair, and that is a screaming bargain. That is an amazing speaker for 229 bucks. This one, I can't say they actually sound similar. It's not just that this one makes more bass and can play louder. This one is a more refined sounding speaker, probably because it's a three-way. It has a mid-range driver. The other one doesn't. The B1 Plus is a two-way. So this one is significantly more transparent and clear than the B1 Plus. So the T1 Plus, one of the things that jumped out right away is it has a way with rhythm. I was playing this African pop record. It's called Atomic Bomb. I think it's from the 80s. And it just like lays out these grooves. They just, they go on and on and on. And it is a killer record if you're into this kind of music. And this speaker let it go. It just was freewheeling. It just came out and sounded so good. And it does encourage high volume listening, because you can play this thing pretty loud without feeling, distortion is coming up. It just keeps its cool, played at fairly loud volume levels. And that led to this record by this blues guy, Jimmy Dawkins, and the album is called Come Back Baby, and it has a live club feel. Like there's electricity in the air. That's what it is. It has this sting. He has a stinging guitar sound. It just bites. It's very aggressive. He's a good singer, but you can just tell it's late at night, and they're just ready to knock this one out, to record this album in this club in Chicago and let it happen. And playing it through the T1 Plus, I was there. It definitely connected. That led to Ryuichi Sakamoto's score for The Revenant, and that movie has a lot of very deep bass. It's kind of a brooding, almost like oppressive sound to it. It just has this weight. Those two 6-inch woofers can dole out a lot of bass. I played a test record, and I was getting bass solidly down to around 40 hertz. That's pretty good for a skinny little tower speaker. So, does it sound like a subwoofer? No, it's not that. It doesn't have that kind of impact that you would get from a subwoofer going that low. But in terms of just reaching down into deep bass land, yeah, I think the T1 Plus does a it's very satisfying. It does a satisfying job with bass. Oh, I forgot something pretty important. So I did some listening in home theater mode, in 2-channel home theater that is, with the T1 Pluses. And the movie I had to use, obviously, was Avatar. You know those scenes with the big dinosaurs battling it out in the jungle? I mean, the dynamics are huge, absolutely incredible. And these speakers had no problem keeping up. The footfalls of the dinosaurs, the big thump, 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 all that stuff, really good. And also the sound stage. I'm listening to the 2-channel mix on the Avatar Blu-ray, and there's a lot of out-of-phase information, meaning it's really huge sounding, big, deep sound stage. Home Theater 2.0 can really work. And again, this was just with the Denon PMA 600 NE stereo amplifier. So no HDMI, no processing, just a PCM stereo Dolby mix, and it was huge and it was great. Really good. To finish up, I played Elvis Costello's Almost Blue. That record came out in 1981. It's his country record. It was produced by Billy Sherrill, and I remember definitely not liking that album. I was a huge Costello fan, but that just didn't fit but the thing was that he was into it. And now when I listen to that record, I hear Costello's enthusiasm. He's having a great time. He's taking a break from being a punk rocker, and he's making this record because he loves country music, and you feel it. And the production is really clean. It was done in Nashville with some Nashville studio musicians and the Attractions, but it's you know, he took a break, and I think I'm happy. I'm very happy that he made this record because it fits in nicely with his other records, certainly of that time period. I want to wrap this up. I've given you enough examples. You can tell I really like this speaker. I use it with the Denon PMA 600NE integrated amp. Great combination, around $1,100 at full retail. Good stuff. If you want to spend more and get better electronics and use it with it, this speaker is going to sound better. And I say that because I did play it in my main system with a Past Labs XA25 power amplifier. And it got a lot better. Way more transparent, more control over the bottom end, cleaner top end, everything got better. But that's not a realistic combination. It's only an example that goes to show that if you use better and better electronics with the T1 Plus, it's going to sound better and better. I think my work here is done. My name is Steve Guttenberg. This is the Audiophiliac Daily Show, coming to you 5 days a week right now. If you dig it, please subscribe. Hit that button right over there. Well, right there? Yeah. Anyway, right down there. And hit the bell. If you don't hit the notification bell, you won't be notified. You can follow me on Twitter at AudiophiliacMan, on Instagram at steve.guttenberg. Best of all, on Patreon at patreon.com/audiophiliac. You know, but while you're here right now, check out the playlist. There's tons more speaker reviews and amplifier reviews and music reviews and headphone reviews. Closing in on 900 episodes, probably by April. By April, I'll have 900 episodes. So lots to see. And, oh, if you like these videos, don't keep talking. If you like these videos, give them a thumbs up. If you're not so impressed, yeah, that's okay. Give them a thumbs down if you feel they deserve it. And now I can say thank you so much for watching, and I really do hope to see you back here again very, very soon. Bye-bye.